So, as you could tell, I did not prescribe any particular diet like keto, IF, or paleo kasi I'm a strong believer that the best diet sources should be sustainable, flexible, and smart. And by smart, kung ano man ang available sa yung environment and it's helping you out a lot. Because the best indicator of success really is not a six-pack ab, it's how you feel about your healthy body and mind, right? There's always room for improvement. That's why I'm trying to share these informations with you. I do this to reduce my craving. So what I do is I have avocados, for example, and blueberries. Avocados are very high in omega 3s. What I do is I freeze avocados. So kung nagki-crave ako, yun na lang ang kinakain ko sa refrigerator. Walang blueberries dito. We have berries like grapes. Pero dyan sa country nyo, kung may blueberries, it's a good source of anthocyanin. Okay? And vitamin C improves your immune system. Yung mga yan, mga nakalagay na yan. Try to substitute. If not, try to put that in your refrigerator lang naman. At the very moment that you become snacky, at least meron ka na. Probiotics, of course, very important. Kefir, kimchi, all those fermented foods, like what I said, because those gut bacteria, they will help you process some of the foods na hindi mo yung mga foods na hindi natural. Salmon or fatty fish, as a recommendation para mabawasan yung anxiety and also tumaas ang stress tolerance mo, try to increase your fatty fish intake. I mean, kung kumakain ka ng beef or pork, try to replace that with fish. Okay? Again, these are best sources of vitamin D, magnesium, and what else? Omega 3, those that would try to reduce anxiety. Turkey, well, not really turkey, kahit chicken, as much as possible, go for it because of tryptophan. It's a relaxing agent. And this is also important, turmeric. Turmeric is very important because it has anti-inflammatory properties. Kaya sikat na sikat siya. So what I do is, kunyari, kung kakain ako ng kanin, alam mo naman na refined, like oatmeal, what I do is I do a rule of 5. As much as possible, I put in 4 other ingredients dun sa pagkain na yun. For example, kanin. Kanin is, well, sabi nga nila, na it would spike your blood sugar. I add in turmeric. I add in pepper because that's very important. I add in chili. By adding these compounds, adding these spices, napapaganda mo yung nutritional value ng kinakain. Simple lang naman siya kung tutusin. You don't have to go no rice. You just have to be smart. You just have to add in more foods that would help you feel fuller for longer, pababain yung yung blood pressure mo, pababain yung blood sugar. And avoid these anxiety triggers lurking in your fridge. Caffeine, I'm not saying that you avoid coffee all of the instant, right? Let's just say that if you know that if consuming coffee might trigger something with you, you would want to reduce that. Na-realize mo yung triggers. Also with sugars, na-mention ko na yan, because again, refined sugars, combustant. You don't want your brain and your body to combust. That could lead you to having these anxious behaviors. Alcohol, drink in moderation. I mean, I guess by moderation, one glass of wine, it's up to you. Reduce your salt. Again, salt causes hypertension, difficulty for your blood to flow. Okay? And as much as possible, please reduce processed foods. Alright. So, 4 tips na lang. Don't skip breakfast, but if you're not into breakfast, siguro have the first meal of your day be the heaviest because some of us are doing intermittent fasting. Kumakain kami ng around 3 o'clock, mga 4 p.m. na. So what we do is that we make that meal the heaviest meal, right? Para, of course, one, you feel fuller, your energy is not spiking then going down. Maganda, stable lang siya. You have constant energy all throughout the day, right? So it doesn't have to be breakfast because some of you may be doing fasting. What I also like to do is I use my tools properly. I use smaller plates and smaller utensils kasi literal na pag mas maliit ang plato na ginagamit mo at maliit yung kutsara at tinidor mo, right? Mas onti lang ang nakakain mo. This creates the illusion na puno yung plato and it literally slows you down when you're eating. Sometimes when you're distracted when you eat, hindi mo na namamalayan, may kausap ka, subo ka lang na subo. Unfortunately, it takes more than 10 minutes for the brain to tell you na full ka na. If you're having smaller utensils, right, mas mabagal ka kumain basically. And also, you want to be drinking water if you want to practice that. Inom ka ng tubig every time na kumakain ka, sa gitna habang kumakain ka. Again, para mas mag-register agad sa utak mo. I also really find it better if you cook your own meals. At least you're in control. You know, you're avoiding food allergies and really being accountable with your diet. Now, if you cannot cook, I had clients like these, nire-recommend ko na magluto pero wala silang time magluto. I suggest you subscribe to a meal delivery plan. Marami yan sa social media. Yung bibigyan nila kayo ng consultation kung ano yung goal mo. Are you trying to lose weight, gain weight, all those things. And they will provide you with 1 week meals, 3 times a day, isang linggo, and it's based upon your goal. I-deliver nila yan sa bahay nyo. So at least kung wala kang time kumain, and at the very least, again, kumakain ka ng mas appropriate para sa yung diet goal. And lastly, I talk about being mindful. You want to avoid distracted eating. I mean, really enjoy your food. You really enjoy that moment that you have with your food. Change your relationship with food. All right? You might find this weird, but pag kumakain ako, sumusubo ako, I say thank you every time I bite. Well, not almost every time I bite. Because ang sarap eh. Ang sarap ng feeling na na-appreciate mo na talaga yung kinakain. And the sense of appreciation itself makes the experience even more valuable. Ayan, this is an example of the things that I've been cooking, right? Mind you, I have known the principles of nutrition for almost 4 years. I have studied this for almost 4 years, but I only started cooking last March. Yes, really. I only started cooking last March. It was after that panic attack. I realized that I need to assess the rest of I need to assess how I rest and how I eat as well. It's time to walk the talk, sabi nga nila. And it turns out that having oatmeal and whey was not sufficient enough. So this is what I do. Ayun na nga yung kunwari pag sa kanin, I try to add in more spices para tumaas yung nutritional value. I add in beets, yung mga ganun bagay. Ito, instead of having pasta, I had zucchini noodles. Yan. I had salmon as much as I can. And nagiging staple na para sa akin is to have kamote, sweet potatoes, kasi they're very filling and they're very high in potassium. Again, I'm not saying you subscribe to a particular diet. All I'm saying is make the right substitute that you do not feel deprived. Okay? If you eat 1 cup of rice, that's 200 calories. If you eat if you eat 7 cups of salad, that is equivalent to 1 cup of rice. But here's the question. Will you be eating 7 cups of vegetables? Maybe not. Maybe around 4, maybe around 5. But my point is that busog ka na at hindi mo in-spike yung blood sugar mo. You did not cause that inflammation and, of course, that trigger of anxiety na prevent siya.